Harj, welcome to Sea Talk and our Christmas conference.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, all right, man. I think you froze for a minute. Yeah, good. Welcome. We've been on. I know you've been on before, and many people know you. But do a quick introduction if you can.
I'm Harj Dhasee, Morrison's franchisee out in the Cotswolds.
Brilliant. I love it. So, what's happening this Christmas, and what's new?
Lots of problems. Here's what's happening this Christmas. There's a massive issue with stock and supply, but we're not going to really let that phase us. We're plowing into Christmas really heavy. We want to really give our consumers that value offering and really show them that we're embedded in the community and we're here to stay. And then we're just going to navigate ourselves through all the problems that are coming up. Brilliant.
And last year, tell me if I'm wrong, were you a Nisa last year or had you changed already?
Oh yeah, it was Nisa last year. So this is the first year as Morrison's. So we're working with Morrison's and asking very questions as retailer about how we can drive consumers to the store, not just have a convenience offering, but actually make it a destination.
Yeah.
So it's all about price, promotion, and product for us.
And you're following the customers there. One of my questions is, outside of the big fascia change, the changes in the world, how are they impacting your approach to Christmas?
We can't control them, Paul. So let's not worry about them. Let's worry about what we can do and worry about what we physically can do in store. There are gaps appearing, but we're filling them as fast as they're coming up.
And how does that work with how are you dealing with promotions in that environment?
So Morrison's launches great price buster for us, trying to bring down prices on everyday essentials, so bananas, apples, washing liquids, things like that. So we're really driving that image, that message to the consumer that we are trying to fight inflation.
But do I mention it? HFSS, is that given that any thoughts?
To be fair, I'm not going to lie, it's fallen onto the back burner. I think there's a big hoo-ha about it, but we still haven't got any real clear guidance. Right. But we're sort of looking at driving our promotions. There is that element of health that has come in, definitely without a question of doubt. But I think that's fallen off people's minds. It's fallen back a little bit. I think the economy and what's happening in the world has taken over that. So especially heading into recession, which is what it feels like we're doing, and the news is telling us that's what we're doing. People like that comfort. They want some comfort food, comfort eating. So we're not taking that away from the consumers. We're giving them a healthy option version as well, but we're not seeing the trend head that way.
Yeah, I think that sentiment could well be echoed across many retailers, actually.
Yeah,
good man. Look, we're going to come back to you. Thanks for popping in. We're going to come back to you for some tips. So don't go anywhere. But I'm going to put you in the guru room, and we'll see if I can get Oliver to come and speak to us. Oliver.
Hey Paul, how you doing?
Yeah, very good. Welcome to our conference once again. Now, obviously, you've been on before, but just for those that don't know, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Oliver Crick. I'm the Category Development Director at Coca-Cola Europacific Partners here in GB.
Wow, okay. Very good. Hey, look, we're here to talk about Christmas and your plans. What's the opportunity this year?
Well, as we all know, Christmas is the biggest moment in the retail calendar. It's a huge opportunity for us to grow our sales as people enjoy parties, get-togethers, and meals at home with friends and family. Equally there's challenges. I think Harj referenced them really nicely, to be fair, whether it's cost of living crisis or whether it might be HFSS. But we're really confident about soft drinks this year.
So you're confident about soft drinks. What's the reasons to believe in soft drinks?
Well, soft drinks, if you go back to December 2021, soft drinks was worth £809 million. It was up nearly 9% on the same period in the year before. And it had the second biggest growth across any of the food and drink categories. We also know, this year is different to last year, but we've seen from previous times of financial uncertainty that when people start to cut back on bigger spending, they do continue to treat themselves with at-home occasions and affordable treats, and soft drinks definitely fits into that space. Also, soft drinks is the second fastest growing category in FMCG, interestingly behind pet care, but it's led by CCEP, which has added more growth than any other soft drink supplier at over £200 million. And we know, soft drinks is bought by a large amount of the population, so 99% of households. I think what's really interesting for your viewers is that also 88% of the population have bought a soft drink when they're out of the home this year as well.
Really good. Can we touch on the HFSS subject very, very quick?
Yeah, Harj referenced it, didn't he?
Yeah.
We don't think it'll have a huge impact on Christmas for us. 86% of our portfolio is HFSS compliant. And soft drinks can fill some of those spaces in store that perhaps other categories can't. At the same time, and your viewers will be aware of this, convenience stores below 2,000 square feet or under 50 employees aren't impacted by the regulations, and so can still do what they've done in previous years.
Yeah, exactly. And then just finally, CCEP this Christmas. What are you thinking?
So we've got plenty lined up as always. We'll have our iconic Christmas advert, which I think you might show later on. We'll have our truck tour as well. So that'll be a nationwide truck tour, and this year it's going to have a spotlight on community. So there's a partnership with Fair Share, and that's the UK's biggest charity that fights hunger and food waste, which is fantastic. We've launched a new on-pack promotion across Coke Zero Sugar, which is the fastest growing brand in GB. That'll also feature on Zero Sugar Cherry and Coke Original Taste, like you showed on screen. And for that, shoppers can scan the QR code on packs. I've got a pack here, so you can see like the Santa graphics, probably, and the on pack around there. So shoppers scan the QR code on the side, and they get a chance to win £200 gift cards for a festive feast, or loads of other prizes as well. But we also want to help retailers bring Christmas to life in their store with POS material. So anybody who's watching this can go to my.ccep.com and order POS materials to sort of bring their store to life as well. We've also got something really exciting for C-Talk viewers as well. We know the festive period is really busy for retailers, so to say a massive thank you from CCEP, we're giving all of the in-store teams a chance to celebrate together in January with a chance to win £750 to put towards a Christmas party for them and their team. And Paul, I think you and the C-Talk team are going to share more details separately around how that can be entered.
We definitely will, and a wonderful idea. So Oliver, thank you for that, and thank you for joining us. But hang around.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll just kind of see if Rav's around. Rav, beautiful Rav.
Hi, Paul.
Hello. Introduce yourself, will you?
So I'm a multi-site retailer from across the West Midlands, trading with Nisa at the moment.
So what are you thinking about Christmas this year?
If I'm honest, it's not all that prevalent, Christmas at the moment. It's more World Cup. Just once we can get this first game out the way on Sunday, and then the England game on Monday, then we can start thinking about Christmas 100%. At the moment, all I'm concerned about is will we get our Christmas trees in time? I had a word with a guy about reefs. So the things that need to be prepared before December, that's what we're preparing in terms of Christmas. Decorations are sorted, gift bags are sorted, all the Christmas stuff is in store waiting to come out, which is annoying because obviously we spent money on it and bought it in, and we can't put it out because it just looks ridiculous with World Cup stuff going on at the same time.
It's a great shout. I wish we'd have spoke about it before, actually. But managing World Cup POS, Christmas POS, at what point do you think you stop? And is that when England go out? What were you thinking?
Well, if England go out, we've got to all support Wales, haven't we?
And I'm sure Wales and the rest of the UK will support us.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly right. Well, also there's a new store appeared. How are you coping with that and everything else that's going on?
Okay, coping all right. It's in Leicester. We've been open, say, about 6-7 weeks now, and hopefully by the end of this month we get all our automation sorted on it so that we can start doing suggested ordering. But saying that, it's only going to order what it knows to sell over those 6-7 weeks. So now then we've got to overlay what we're going to do on stacks. So all the big pop soft drinks, big alcohol drinks, as in big pack take home, we'll have to account for holding more stock.
All right, yeah, I agree. And then quickly, the world's changing all the time. I had Julian on yesterday talking about expect the unexpected, basically, in retail at the minute. Current things, Harj mentioned it, HFSS, cost of living. How are you going to cope with all of that stuff this Christmas? Does it make any difference?
We've kind of gone about it slightly differently. So with the new store coming online and the cost of living stuff, I've decided to go back to doing fruit and veg myself from the market. So we get fresh product, some of it being loose, still much of it is pre-packed, and bringing that to the forefront of the store and dropping the prices on it, even if it means that we're going up below cost on that fruit and veg to convey a price, hit a price point for the customer, or to bring their basket value down. However, in doing that, you've got things that have gone completely the other way, where milk's going through the roof on pricing. Eggs, if you can get them, well done. And then if
we're always struggling with that.
What's the price? So there are struggles on some products, some staple lines, while others there is abundance of fruit and veg. Even with the fruit and veg side of things, prices all over the place because it's coming from all over the world. Sometimes it's being flown in, sometimes being shipped in, and prices are erratic.
Good man. Rav, thank you for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back to you. But right now I'm going to see what Matt's up to. Morning, Matt.
Paul, good morning. How you doing?
All right, good. Welcome to our Christmas conference. So it's good to see you. Can you introduce yourself for those that don't know who you are?
Yeah, and always great to be talking to Christmas on the 17th of November. Look, I'm Matt Collins.
Exactly.
Good morning, everybody. I'm the trading director at KP Snacks. And what a couple of great acts to follow after hearing from Harj and Rav, and then Oliver from CCP. So look, great to be in such a esteemed company, and of course yourself.
He says all the right things, I tell you. Let's talk about Christmas. What are your thoughts this Christmas?
Look, I think it's not really much more to add than what's been said already, but the reality is it's so unusual this year. Firstly, we've got people with managing such big multiple events, with the World Cup starting on Sunday, and then how that overlaps into Christmas, which will be a new event for all of us of how to manage that sort of big multiple events. We've then also got the difference between what happened in 2020 and 2021 through the pandemic, and some of the legacy impact of that in terms of social gatherings, and hopefully returning to even greater levels of normality this year. And then equally, we've got the impact of the cost of living crisis. But hopefully, all said and done, what we can see certainly from some of the impulse categories you've heard on soft drinks, crisps, snacks, nuts and popcorn are also well positioned for that, what we'd call the lipstick effect, in terms of people still treating themselves, still indulging at Christmas, as it becomes such a special moment and event for people, whether they're hosting movie nights, whether they're having friends and family over or just celebrating. It's a really good opportunity for impulse categories to benefit from the lipstick effect, as despite the challenges that we've had this year, people still want to enjoy and celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully you're in a good place with impulse snacking as well, with World Cup and Christmas. And dare we mention HFSS? That's entered your thoughts, I'm sure?
Yeah, we've since HFSS legislation was announced a few years ago, there was always the questions of how would you manage the day-to-day, then in particular, how would you manage big events, whether it's Easter, Halloween, and of course Christmas. And that one, that we're well positioned for it. So I think the category, I think people are well positioned for it in terms of knowing what products, but equally how they can move space in, how they can move products into different locations in store. And of course, for us, one of our big things, KP Nuts. Apologies, a shameless plug, but KP Nuts, huge opportunity at Christmas as people. Oh, there you go. You even beating me to it.
There you go. We're organised.
HFSS compliance that can be put anywhere across the store. So anyone listening to a Sea Talk show convenience retailers can be confident nuts can be put anywhere. But our portfolio is much bigger than that. So CSN at the last 4 weeks in 2021 was worth just over 330 million. A good growth, 9.4. I think I heard similar stats from Oliver in terms of growth. Clearly, soft drinks is a much bigger category. And then within that, it's some of the products we have. So we've got some good seasonal products. So KP Nuts in the iconic caddies with seasonal livery. Tyrrell's has got seasonal packaging, and we also go on television, a big multimedia campaign across social and above the line with television, where you see all of the different seasonal ads already hitting the televisions, from Asda with the elf to the classic John Lewis. Hopefully terribly tasty will be ringing on everyone's tongues as much as any of the others.
Well, when you can, we'll share that with the retailers as well. That'll be good to see. And glad you're doing that. So the message is stock up on all of those things.
Yeah, I think that the ability is, how can you help drive bigger baskets? How can we help retailers trade up? How can we tap into the premium occasion and really benefit from the lipstick effects? So look, plenty of display, plenty of events, theme in the point of sale. I think it's really good opportunity to create some theatre in store. But to Rav's point, how do you almost transition between events, between World Cup and into Christmas? But equally, both deserve a huge amount of focus, because they're going to be big events and hopefully drive some incremental sales for everybody.
Yeah, hopefully it puts convenience in a very, very good place, actually.
I think so.
Good man. Right, Matt, don't go anywhere, but I'm going to bring everyone else back in. As is tradition, what we'll do at the end is just ask for some kind of top tips, really. So where do we start? Oliver, what are your top tips this Christmas for retailers?
So 3 top tips for retailers this Christmas. Firstly, stock sharing packs. Those really hit those at-home celebration, socialising moments. So like the 1.75 litre Coke Zero that I showed earlier, don't forget multi-pack cans and 1 litre Schweppes tonic and slim tonic as well. Second tip would be focus on key soft drink segments and top performing brands. So within cola, we've got Coke, which is the biggest soft drinks brand in GB. Flavoured carbs is a key sector. And within that, we have Fanta, which is the number 1 flavoured carb. And then obviously at Christmas, mixers. And within convenience, Schweppes is the biggest and number 1 mixers brand. And then thirdly, create cross-category displays and link deals. So we did some research early this year on different shopper groups in convenience. And one of those groups was called routine refreshers. They go into store on autopilot, and the best way to unlock incremental basket spend is putting really relevant adjacent categories. So spirits and mixers, food and soft drinks, snacks like KP would be a great one next to things like Coke Zero as well. And then obviously finally just put a bit of sparkle in the store would be the last tip.
I like it. Good man. Well organised as well on the slide. So appreciate that. Harj, what are your thoughts? Top tips for retailers this Christmas?
Top tips. Don't be scared. Attack Christmas like you would like every other year. People want to have a good time. People still want to be in the Christmas spirit. Don't believe all the doom.
I like it. Matt, top tips for this Christmas? What are you thinking?
Number 1, go big on nuts. They can go anywhere in store. An absolute iconic product for Christmas, perfect for any occasion, whether it's with family, whether it's celebrating. Second one, encourage trading up. Still, despite some of the economic challenges, there's still the opportunity to trade up in Christmas. So that premium placement of products, so whether it's from Tyrrell's to some of the Coke products to some of the mixers that Oliver's just mentioned, really good opportunity to trade up to get those bigger baskets. And thirdly, make a splash about it. Have some fun in store. Do some display. Do some interruption. Do some point of sale. Really make people get into that opportunity to drive the bigger basket and incremental spend. Capture the moment.
I love it and well said. Rav, final word goes to you. Top tip for retailers.
I'd say buy your stock. Sit on as much as you can. Stick it in your living room. Stick it in your garage. Build a bit of theatre in the store, rather than doing straight stacks. Build a chair, build a Christmas tree out of any kind of big pack you can get. Yeah, just create a bit of theatre.
Rav, I can picture you with boxes of Tyrrells around your sofa.
Send them down.
Picture everyone with that from now on, Matt. Hey, look, guys, I told you time would go quick. 20 minutes is up. Don't go anywhere. But thank you ever so much for joining us for our Christmas conference. And we'll just don't go, but we'll play out with this, so we know it's Christmas.
Holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming. 'Tis the season, watch out.